Hello and welcome to part 3. China isn't just good at counteracting democracy, systematic slavery, organ harvesting the citizens and aggressive expansion. They also make a decent diesel heater. In this episode we'll see if we can install one of them. Let's get started. So, the diesel heater has arrived. Let's unbox it. First out is a mounting plate, which according to this manual is round and called a fixing liate. A fuel pump, a controller with only Chinese markings, the actual heater. I ordered a 2 kilowatt heater, but I got a 5 kilowatt. Oh well, I guess it'll do. Tubing for exterior air. Tubing for interior air. Cables. A rubber dampener for the fuel pump. Cable ties, screws and other mounting equipment. Fuel tubing. Tailpipe. Muffler. Exterior air filter. An interior hot air distributor thingy. Fuel filter. And finally, the diesel tank. Okay, let's get to work. I decided to put the heater in this corner next to the door to get a nice flow through the van. I used the fixing liate as a template and marked where to put it. I carefully marked where all screws and ports would go. Then totally disregarded that and cut a big hole. Some nice footage from underneath. I mounted the fixing liate to the heater. And then I mounted the exhaust pipe and exterior air tubing. And mounted the heater to the floor. I screwed the rubber dampening to the wall and put the fuel pump in the dampener. Then I connected the fuel pump with the heater. The fuel intake is on the underside of the heater, so I had to run the tubing through the floor. On the other side of the pump I fitted some more tubing and the fuel filter. It's time to take on the tank. First I drilled a hole in the bottom. I ran a thin wire through the tank and placed the fuel nozzle on the wire. Then it was easy to get the nozzle through the tank wall. And screw it in place. I got this idea from my good buddy Jörgen. Thank you, Jörgen, you're the best. Fixing the tank to the wall is easy with the pre-made screw holes, and then I put tubing between the tank and the filter. Time to hook up the electrics. It's easy. One cable to the controller, the big one to the heater, and the last one to the pump. They only fit in the right place and only in the correct position, so you can't go wrong. Fill the tank with some diesel. After trying every conceivable combination on the controller, I got the heater going. I ran it for a minute or so. I'd been told that I may smoke some the first time you start them, but I didn't get any smoke at all. Anyway, the tailpipe got so hot I couldn't get anything more done, so I called it a day and let it cool overnight. The next day was freezing and it was snowing, so I decided to let it cool for another day. You can't be too safe. I used the day to go to the tanning salon and got a nice tan. The next day I fitted a muffler and the exterior air inlet protection thingy. However, my trusted Canon camera wouldn't cope with the harsh conditions and decided to give up, so sadly this wasn't filmed. This, however, is what it looked like when it was done. Now let's see what this heater can do. I adjusted the filter in an upright position so it would fill better, and I changed the angle of the pump. With some clamps, I fixed the wires to the battery and started it. I took some measures of precaution, but I didn't bother to take it out of the packaging. I didn't want to jinx it. I placed the thermometer on the floor. It showed 6 degrees. I marked the fuel level on the tank and let it run for half an hour on maximum power. I used the time to build a primitive source sorting station. The pump made these tiny bubbles and I was worried that they might accumulate and cause a problem, but it seems to go on just fine. After half an hour the thermometer showed 19 degrees. And the fuel level had dropped to slightly lower than before. This is it for this time. In the next episode I'll try to build a kitchen. This heater will surely come in handy then. Take care of yourselves now and I'll see you next time.